Okay, guys, I decided to let you guys see the babies without their clothes so you can get a good look at them. Say if you are shopping for a Clear Taylor doll right now. That's the whole purpose of this video. If you already have Clear Taylor's dolls and you had her kits and her addition dolls, you already pretty much know how it all works. You know the similarities, the differences, you know all of that. But if you're new, you might be wondering, what's the difference? I don't see any difference. And basically looking at them, there's not much of a difference. They're both beautiful dolls. Like I said, the silicone has a different feel to it. There are less addition dolls in the addition. They are more rare because it's less of them when it's an addition. With the kit additions, there's more of them. Clear Taylor makes more of the kit addition babies, so more people get the opportunity to get them. Or artists will get them and paint them for themselves, where you have different artists able to paint them. She also allows us collectors to purchase them, and we can paint them ourselves if we want to take that adventure. Or we can send them to an artist that we prefer. So that's the difference with the kit editions. Now, Amani was sold as a blank kit, as I said. So Clear Taylor created Amani Sculpt. She sculpted her, she molded her, she poured her into silicone, and then she sold her as a blank kit. So when Amani was sold, and she also puts the eyes in the blank kits. But other than that, there's no paint on them when they're all completed, and they don't have hair. So that's where you would get your own artist, send your baby out to your artist, and they would finish the baby for you. So Amani was finished and completed as far as her painting and hair rooting by artist Paula Briggs in Australia. And I've had 4 Willows in 2020, and they all were, no, 3 of them were painted by Paula Briggs, and 1 by Vanessa Trefton. And I love the way all of them were painted. Amani is beautiful, but she was not painted and rooted by Clear Taylor. So that's the difference. And some collectors prefer the addition dolls because they want the dolls that are completely done by Clear Taylor from start to finish. And they love Clear Taylor's painting, her rooting. They want the whole, the whole 9 yards. They want everything done by Clear Taylor. So that's when you would more look for a addition Clear Taylor doll. But if you just want to experience having a Clear Taylor doll, and you don't mind your doll being painted by a different artist and rooted by a different artist, but you still getting Clear Taylor silicone and her realistic sculpting and all of that, the beauty of her dolls, her sculpts, then you can get a kit edition doll that was sold as a blank kit like Amani. So that is something I just wanted to point out. I mean, if you look at their body styles, the sculpting is slightly different if you look. I can tell the difference with the addition babies' torsos. To me, look different than the kit additions. Is something slightly different, but yet they both still look very, they look like real babies. So for me, I don't mind having either or. I enjoy both the addition babies and the kit addition babies. Both babies are soft, like I said. When you squeeze Laila, she's soft, as you see me squeezing. When I squeeze Amani, she's soft as well. Also the difference, the addition babies have the squishy tummy feature a lot of times. She makes them with this squishy tummy. Whereas the kit editions don't have the squishy tummy, but yet she's making them so marshmallowy soft now that their bellies are soft as well. It's not as soft as the squishy tummy, but it's sure, it's really soft. You know what I'm saying? These are the hands on the kit editions, the fingers there. And then this is the addition baby's fingers. If you look closely, you'll see a slight difference in their fingers. And that is something I picked up on. Their hands look realistic, but there's differences in those fingers. But both look realistic, you know what I'm saying? That's what matters. um, these are the Edition baby's toes, nails. And then this is the Kit Edition baby's toes. Still look like baby toes. This is the little balled up foot. But yet I can still see there's a difference even in their toes. And this is stuff I never really, like, at first I didn't notice these things until I had the dolls in my hands and in my sight where I could actually look at them, and I noticed similarities they have. Both beautiful babies, as I said, but they do have slight differences in them. Realistic ears and everything. Faces have, their faces look realistic. They both have open mouths. Layla has a drinking wet. Amani doesn't, but Amani, you can get some of the, the Kit babies. She sells, some of them where you have that drinking wet option as well. So, it's basically what you want. And the main thing, let me say the main thing, the main difference in the Edition babies in comparison to the Kit Editions are the price. The Kit Edition babies are more affordable because you're buying a blank kit. And that is definitely a difference from the Edition babies. They are way, way more expensive when Claire Taylor completes them from start to finish. So, and then there's less of them, so they're harder to get with the Edition dolls like Layla and now the new baby Courtney. Less of them. Also, the Edition babies are done by auction, so that makes your chances harder to get them, and on top of them costing more, the Edition babies. The Kit Editions, to me, they're still hard to get, but it's more of them, so you have more chances. And it's not auction style. It's where she releases them, and it's basically buy it now. Whoever gets it in their basket first and pays got it. So to me, that's probably your chances are greater to get a Kit Edition baby over the completed doll edition baby. Okay, I'll be right back. Also, I wanted to show how the silicone wrinkles. That's Layla's wrinkly belly, if I could get a good view, and her chest area. Layla's legs they wrinkle a bit, if you could see that. And like, it was somewhere in her thigh area I was noticing how wrinkly. Now I can't get it to do it. But if you look at Amani, when I sit her up, she wrinkles as well in her belly and chest, but not as much as Layla wrinkles in the belly and chest. And they also are both one-piece pour, but the newer babies, because she's newer than Layla, their necks turn better. Like Claire Taylor got these flexible necks down now, and they turn, the neck is longer, it's more flexible. Then with the soft silicone, their necks turn really well. Layla's neck will turn also, wrinkles. She's a one-piece pour as well. But, and her neck will stay also, but she has a side that she likes, which was that side I just had it on. This side, you go turn her, she be turning her own head back how she wants it. Amani, pretty much, but she's up on this pillow. But pretty much, she can turn to either side. I'm like totally ruining her hair. What I was gonna say, Amani's legs are more wrinkly than Layla's. You see that? Because she is so soft. And this silicone is very flexible too. The silicone that Amani is poured in. Layla is flexible in her torso area, like she could practically bend in half because she has that soft belly. And then this baby is longer, so certain stuff is hard to do it with one hand. She doesn't bend quite as much going from this front angle as Laila did. So there's just little differences in the babies. But like I said, I love, you know, both, and I'll be right back again. Okay, so this is the back of the babies. I thought about I should show them on their belly. You can see how both of their necks do turn enough, their heads, so that you can put them on their tummy, and they're not smothering down into the blanket or the bed. And they just both are adorable. Like, I love both of these babies to pieces, like to pieces, guys. And like I said, an addition baby, a kit addition baby, and you can't get no more adorableness than either of these babies. Absolutely 100% adorable. Beautiful babies, realistic sculpts. So like I said, have had kit edition dolls by Claire Taylor, completed edition dolls by Claire Taylor, and I love both. And I started out with a kit edition doll by Claire Taylor. I didn't start off with her completed dolls. Back in 2016, I believe, I brought home my Zen by Claire Taylor, and he was a kit edition doll. He was also a partial with a fully anatomically correct belly plate and everything, and he was painted by somebody else other than Claire Taylor, and I just love that doll. That was my first Claire Taylor doll. My first full body Claire Taylor doll was the Charity Sculpt, and his silicone was so soft. And he was a kit edition full body. He was painted also by someone else other than Claire Taylor. I love that doll. So, you know, I've had my experiences at this point with both kinds of her dolls, and I must say I love both. It just depends on the sculpt. If I like it, I like it. I don't really care if it's which, you know, like if it's an edition completed by her edition doll or a kit edition where it's a doll that's gonna be painted and rooted by a different artist. It doesn't matter to me if I love the doll. And like I said, you're getting Claire Taylor silicone, you're getting her sculpting, that realism, and that's what matters. And I can take it if, you know, someone else paints and roots the doll. It's fine with me if I like that artist painting and rooting. And I definitely love Paula Briggs painting and her rooting. Also with the edition dolls, Claire sometimes will put in a spine that you actually can feel that spine in there. The kit edition babies don't come with spines. She hasn't done that at all yet, but who knows, that could change. But Amani doesn't have a spine that you can feel, but she has like the look on her back of a spine, like there's a spine in there. And Amani's back even wrinkles just by me doing that. You can just see how soft this baby is. Laila's back does not wrinkle as much, unless I were to like pick her up and bend her and twist her, then you probably would see more wrinkles come in. But that's what you can tell, again, that difference in this marshmallowy soft silicone that she's making the kit additions with, in comparison to Laila's silicone. Laila's silicone is what some collectors would say, it's soft, but it holds its form a little bit more than the kit editions. So I'll be back again. Okay, I came back. I've already dressed Amani. This video is going to be super long, guys, so I appreciate if you stay to the end. So if I can't put all of this video up together, I'll have to put up 2 parts, and I'm hoping I'll be able to upload it as one long video, hopefully. But if I can't, it'll be part 1 and 2. But I discovered with Laila, like I said, when I put her up like this, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, her back wrinkles as well. But it looks different, the wrinkles from Amani. And like I said, Amani's, I could just kind of squeeze hers. But now you see, because I'm using my right hand, when I squeeze Layla's, I can see the wrinkles as well. And like I said, I'm doing this comparison with these girls for the first time. As you're seeing it, I'm seeing it. Okay. Also, if I put her closer, you can see, like if I bend her like that, she wrinkles back here as well. So I guess it's just the difference in the silicone mix, and that's why they kind of do different stuff in different ways. I don't know. But I guess it's that difference in that silicone mix. And like I said, she's very wrinkly, you know, to the front. And I mean, I love both babies, as I've said over and over. And when I can get a Clear Taylor completed doll, definitely I go for her completed dolls if I can. Because Laila is all done by her artist, Clear Taylor. And I love that. That makes Laila special to me. And she was also a custom done for me by Clear Taylor. And I love that. Clear Taylor no longer does customs though. But Laila is just really special to me. And I love that she is all done by her artist, Clear Taylor, along with Gabriel, my Andrew, and also my Everett, which is my Janica. Those are my 3 edition dolls, all completed by Clear Taylor. And I really love when I can get my hands on, you know, a doll that's all done by Clear Taylor. Definitely, you know, I'll try to grab it because it is really special. Her painting, her rooting is just amazing, out of this world. Realistic. Her paint style, like all of the artists paint different, and I really love the way Clear Taylor paints silicone. Definitely so. When I can get a, you know, an edition doll by her, I'm all for it. If I can afford it, definitely I love her edition babies. But sometimes they're out of my reach as far as the price, like with Courtney. So unfortunately, that's not happening at the moment. But I'm not giving up on it. But that's what I just wanted to add. And I'll try to put a picture of these 2 at the end. I'm going to put her sleeper on off camera. But yeah, definitely I love her completed babies as well. When I can afford to have them, I'm definitely trying to get them. So I will come right back with her dressed also. And I forgot I had the camera super close.